Welcome back, everybody. Joe here. Okay, last week's episode, guys, I really did not see Jamie losing his hand coming at all. Like, that really came out of nowhere. Um, it's weird how they set it up, too, right? Because you think the episode's about to end, and then all of a sudden it's just, wow! And I was shocked, to say the least. So, yeah, I'm not sure how big of a part it's going to be in this episode because I feel like there's a pattern with these shows, right? Certain episodes will happen, they'll have big moments, and then we don't really get the follow up the next episode. Sometimes we do, but I feel like I don't know. Sometimes like they kind of like subvert expectations and they don't really like focus on something that they'll shock you with right away. That being said, I'm loving that storyline. Another storyline that I'm really intrigued by is it the Unsullied? That's the army that Danny's after. Those guys seem intense, to say the least. So I kind of want to see how that's going to work out going forward as well. Obviously, Rob, he's still holding it down in the north. I'm not sure if he's losing his grip on this war or not, because I mean he's still doing obviously very well. I don't believe he's lost a battle yet, but as far as the Lannisters go, we've seen a lot of there's been a lot happening with them as well. Now that we have Tywin as the main character, the dynamics with the Lannisters has kind of piqued my interest more, maybe, than the Starks. I mean, I picked my side. I'm Team Stark all the way, but I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff with the Lannisters to mine, so that's just my opinion. All right, so we're going to hop into this episode now, guys. We're going to start this here. Get this pulled up. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Is that the sort of thing you and your sister go in for, Kingslayer?
Oh my god. Okay, look. Has Jamie done awful things? 100%. But this is too much. It's almost like with the Theon thing, right? Like, they were torturing the crap out of Theon, and it's like, I don't want to see that, man. Like, I don't feel like this is justice, you know? See, it's just hard to watch. That's messed up. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Jamie. Is he gonna die? Okay. I don't know if they're actually gonna kill him. Everyone loves his character. From what I've heard of the show is everyone loves Jamie, so I think he might be okay. So this might be the start of it. This has got to be the start of his redemption arc, though. There's so much suffering.
Before all this nastiness,
Yeah, what is in that box?
the story of how I was cut.
Oh, he's gonna tell it finally.
He gave me a potion that made me powerless to move or speak.
Oh man.
The flames turned blue, and I heard a voice answer his call.
Whoa.
I still dream of that night.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I have hated magic and all those who practice it.
For sure.
But influence is largely a matter of patience.
Oh, that's really interesting, actually.
Sorcerer.
What is it? Oh!
Hello, my old friend.
You know what? Now you have your revenge. So there you go.
We know what's out there.
Craster's been out here, surviving.
Yeah, but look how he's living.
When the walkers come calling, Craster will serve us up like so many pigs.
I don't know. Maybe. I hate this guy, but he kind of has a point.
We'll have to look out for ourselves.
I mean, teamwork is a thing, for sure, but, like... I mean, yeah, Craster's... he's one of the worst characters in the show. And, like, look how he's living. He's surviving well, but at the same time, it's disgusting. Oh, Gilly.
I want to save my baby's life. Can you do that? Can you?
I hope so. I really do. I hope.
He very large,
No larger than usual, apparently.
and yet they said that he was...
Extraordinary.
Oh. They're talking about Pod, aren't they?
What did he do to them?
Oh, my lord.
You guys described him as Pod the Rod, and that made me laugh really hard.
Rhaenyra Targaryen was murdered by her brother, or...
You know, the Targaryens were screwed up, huh?
Would you like to see where the last Targaryens are buried?
Are you sure Lady Marjorie doesn't find all this a bit macabre?
It is a little macabre, honestly.
Is
It's like taking a walk through history.
Well, if that's what House of the Dragon's about, I kind of want to see that, honestly.
My father didn't want them here. He was going to have their bodies burned and thrown in the Blackwater, but the High Septon convinced him otherwise.
I mean, it is historic. Plus, you're in command of all this
Severity
now,
is
so
the price we pay for greatness.
let the dead rest. Unless the White Walkers get there, then, you know, crap.
If you give them your love, they will return it 1,000-fold.
I don't know.
You led the defense of King's Landing.
No,
They adore you.
they do not adore you. Unless they think he did. I mean, the real ones know that it was Tyrion, obviously.
Open the doors.
Oh, I hope he just gets a brick chucked at him. That'd be awesome.
Joffrey?
Oh, maybe.
Wait.
Maybe. Come on. A spear, an arrow, anything. Oh, wow. They are rooting for him. This is weird. Yeah, who are
Said
they?
my father knew what they were doing to me.
So, yeah, Theon, dude, your dad was doing that to you then.
Did he?
I don't know, my lord.
That's a yes.
They never told me much.
That's a yes. His dad was straight up torturing him. Why? To teach him a lesson?
I could never be a Stark. It's Ironborn.
You couldn't be that either.
Murdered those boys.
Oh.
Stark boys.
Never found them.
Wow, he's actually admitting this.
Orphans living with a farmer. I let Dagmar slit their throats.
I can't believe he's admitting that. That's wild.
I make my father proud.
Wow. Theon,
Maybe
that's a
it's
big
not
step.
too late.
No, he knows it's too late. He's crying. I can't believe that Theon's
My
actually...
real father lost his head at King's Landing.
And he just admitted Ned Stark was his real father. Well, not like biological, but still, that was the only father he knew. And he chose wrong. Okay, Theon's admitting this.
She's up here.
It's actually making me feel for Theon now. This is insane. It's a big step for Theon. Big step. This feels wrong. Oh my god.
I brought him back. He killed the others.
What?
What?
No, I didn't. You can't.
What?
Please stop.
What? So what was the point of him breaking him out then? What was the point of all that? Like, why? Why take him out of the cell just to bring him to another one? And he killed those guys. Like,
I
yeah,
don't care about revenge.
he's broken.
You coward.
He's not a coward. He's just broken.
Misfortune, you're giving up.
I would call this more than misfortune.
Misfortune.
You lost your hand.
My sword hand. I was that hand.
That's his purpose. That's his purpose.
The real world, where people have important things taken from them.
I think him sticking up for her was huge. A huge character development for him saving her. I hope they can get out of here. The two of them. I love them both so much.
Why did you help me?
Maybe there's good deep down in there.
I wanted to make sure we're doing everything we can to get him back.
And surely he knows, right? Okay, yeah.
Did it ever occur to you that your daughter might be the only one listening to them, living by them?
In many ways, they are the most alike.
The Tyrells are a problem.
Well, Marjorie's has her own agenda. Marjorie's out there.
Marjorie has her claws in Joffrey.
Good. I don't feel bad for
She
Joffrey.
knows how to manipulate him.
Good.
She is manipulating him.
I wish you knew how to manipulate him.
Yes.
You've allowed that boy to ride roughshod over you and everyone else in this city.
Okay, Tywin. Saying it how it is. If he treated Tyrion better, he'd be like one of the best characters in the show. But he's an awful father to him. And in many ways, his very hard on his children.
I will.
Which is probably why his children suck.
Another golden rose, how original.
I'm a huge Bond fan, guys, so knowing that's Tracy, it warms my heart. I love it.
Is that your usual line, Lord Varys? You here to seduce me? Seduce away, it's been... Though I rather think it's all for naught. What happens when the non-existent bumps against the decrepit?
Oh, it's a great line.
You've taken
Me
an
too.
interest in Sansa Stark.
She's had an interesting childhood.
She has, sadly.
She's had an awful childhood.
She'd make a lovely match for the right suitor.
A confidant of mine has told me that when he goes, Sansa Stark goes with him.
So, marry her off then?
Littlefinger is one of the most dangerous men in Westeros.
Yeah, he really is.
And if Littlefinger marries her, he'll have the key in his pocket.
Yeah, we can't let that happen.
I believe I have a possible solution.
One doesn't need to be clever for that. It's all rather obvious, isn't it?
Okay, so is the plan to marry her away so she can't go with him? Because that's kind of what they alluded to, I feel like.
I want us to be friends.
That would make me very happy.
I don't trust Marjorie. I don't know. It's just me.
And if you were to marry Loras,
Oh!
your place would be at Highgarden, wouldn't it?
Okay. And that gets her out of here. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Alright, Marjorie. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all. Now, Loras might not be interested in her, but, you know, that's okay.
Then that's dying. But you cut their throats and be done with it.
See, this guy's the worst.
Whose throat are you gonna cut, old man?
Oh, a little pushback.
You go out there and eat the snow.
I'd rather eat what you've got hidden away.
Don't escalate this.
Out! I am a godly man! You're a stingy bastard!
Yeah, you're not a godly man.
How do you, little thief?
Oh, man. How long until they just uprise against him, you know?
You are a bastard.
There it is. The guy from The Dark Knight Rises. Oh!
Unhand I shall have your head.
Oh, no! Oh, no. I didn't want that to happen at all. Come on, Mormon. Get him. Ah. Oh. God, that is so brutal. Oh, this guy's the worst. I was like...
I'll be cutting your throat one of these nights.
I was thinking the whole time that that guy was making points. I hated Craster, right? But that was not the way. Because the implication of what's going to happen there is so much darker.
You look like a bunch of swineherd.
Kind of surprised the fire is not freaking him out.
You lot aren't fighting in a war, you're running from it.
Last I heard, you were King Joffrey's guard dog.
King Robert is dead. My brother's alive.
He doesn't like his brother.
I've been reborn in the light of the one true God.
The light of the one true dog. Is that like the same god that Red Priestess is praying to?
Murder is a crime. I never touched the Targaryen babes. I never saw...
Oh.
But don't call me murderer. And pretend that you're not.
So does he just have a bad rep? He did kill the butcher's boy.
My friend.
He did do that. We saw that.
Not my place to question princes.
Wow.
I sentence you to trial by combat.
I don't like whoever is gonna fight him. I don't like their odds. Oh yeah, that's right. She was gonna offer up a dragon. Which I don't think that's the case. She's not gonna let them keep a dragon. There's like no way. Oh. Oh! So has she understood him? Has she understood what he said this entire time? Because he said some awful things to her. She does understand him. Oh my god. Yeah! Oh, that's so satisfying. Screw that guy. So Jorah, do you believe now? You believe her now? Do you think she's able to manage this now? Because she's got this, dude. King's Landing might be in trouble. King's Landing's screwed. Season 3. Oh my god, this season's so good, dude. Oh my god. Okay. You know, and also, look, I like Dany so much because I was not the biggest Khal Drogo fan. You hear a lot about Jason Momoa on this show, which, I mean, like, he was a fantastic performer and he was a great presence on the show, but he really didn't do that much. He was more of a presence than anything else. And so, you know, seeing, and also, like, when he was there, he was just ruling through fear, and, like, he was just an awful person. Like, I was sad when he died because of Dany, basically. Like, she lost her child, but at the same time, it's like, you know, he was awful. Like, they pillaged and did everything that the Unsullied would have done before. I like that she's leading with compassion. I like that she's giving people their own choice, their own free will. Like, I don't know where her story is going to go, but she seems to be the most pure character so far in terms of how she wants to lead. Because everybody else in power is just awful. Like, they're awful people. So that was very satisfying to see. That was very, very good. Very well done. In terms of the Hound, That's also interesting. It's taking everybody that we did not really care for in the first season, or second season for that matter, and it's kind of turned them on their heads a little bit. It's switched the dynamic around. I mean, like, the Hound was awful in season 1. I mean, like, he's not as bad as the Mountain, but like he's pretty bad. You know what I mean? Like Micah, like that was awful. But I like the fact that he came here and he was like, look, I was following orders. Who am I to question the prince? That was my orders to do that. I don't condone what he did whatsoever, but like, he had a point. And he's like, I wasn't there. That was my brother. His brother is the one that branded him like that. He's disfigured because of his brother. And I like that he stood there and he made his case. I really enjoyed that. So I don't know. Maybe going forward he'll be redeemed somehow, because I liked that troop of people there as well. I really like that they're kind of like vigilantes almost. They're like, we're here in the shadows. The interesting thing, though, is are they part of the same religion that Stannis' weird priestess is? Because, like, they said the one true god of light or whatever. I don't know. Maybe. It seems like the magic is really coming to the forefront the farther we get through the show. And we even had a conversation about magic with Viserys. Varys? The bald guy. him and Tyrion. They were talking earlier, and we talked about magic then. Similar. It seemed like a similar magic, obviously, because his, was burned, and then obviously he heard a voice come through the flames. So I'm wondering if that fire god is going to play a huge role coming up, either in this season or the next. I don't know, because we're getting more and more of that. Also, Jaime. I feel so bad for him. Not just him. I feel for Theon right now. I did not expect Theon to go full therapy mode and admit his guilt and have that admission of, I screwed up. Now look, dude, in real life, this is obviously a TV show. This is fictitious. So in real life, I think he should either die or go to jail. We don't have that in the show. This is fake. So the fact that he did that, he admitted that, is huge for me in terms of liking his character. I don't think he's out of the woods at all. I think that he is still screwed. I don't understand why he was led from his torture chamber only to wind up in another one. Like, the same exact, cross was there waiting for him. And who the heck is that creepy dude that's leading him there, man? Back to Jaime, though. What a broken person. I've never seen somebody on TV like that, just broken down and beaten the way he is. Also, in real life, probably deserves a trial, probably deserves to die. This is just way too much. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. Maybe the sorcerer that, snipped Varys earlier in the show when he was talking about it. That sorcerer, that's who I would do that to. That's who I would condone that happening to, because that's awful. That's violence against children. And I guess Jaime did push Bran out of a tower, so okay. And obviously Theon did kill kids. Okay, I'm kind of contradicting myself right now. However, what I'm trying to say is, I don't know. The fact that I'm feeling some sort of way about these characters, I don't know what that says about me. I'm sure it's the intent of the showrunners, so hopefully I'm not alone in that. But yeah, this is really interesting. I have not seen a dynamic like this on TV. Even in Mad Men, we watched Mad Men on this channel, and for 7 seasons of that show, it's like these characters went through crazy arcs, but by the end of it, they still largely remained the same people to their core. I feel like most of these people in the show are largely changed. If you look at them from season 1 to season 3, and we're not even halfway through the show, and everybody's so different. So thanks for being here, guys. We will catch you next week, okay?